All right, everyone, it's Pat from First in Flight, and in today's video, we're gonna talk to you all about recording and finishing up the song, Never Alone. Let's get started.
It's a special day and we are up early. I'm skipping class because we're on our way to Concord. We're gonna record drums today for our new single.
So we ended up choosing Dustin Smith over at Stillwater Studios to be our engineer.
We've recorded other places before that, and it was time to treat this project with a lot of quality and do it well.
What made the decision to settle on Dustin as an engineer? Honestly, the fact that he worked on Medallion EP.
And he has a studio built into his house, super cool.
But the way he had built it and insulated the vocal part of the studio, it was beautiful.
We've got all my gear in the back. We've got a full day. We got there in the morning, we loaded in all my drums, set them up, we tested all the sounds, make sure everything sounds good. But eventually, we started playing. Probably went through each section of the song 2 or 3 times. Some of them feel good right away, like I had rehearsed, and sometimes that doesn't happen. Recording is like a lot of work on the brain. You don't realize how tiring it's gonna be, but just an hour or so of tracking parts can be really exhausting.
So recording the bass was actually one of the most straightforward things of the whole process of recording. The bass track, it took about an hour. I used my Fender bass straight into the console that he had. He has wonderful preamps, and it was just a smooth process and had a very enjoyable time.
So up next, we're gonna record guitars ourselves at our house.
This was a little different in that Dave and I decided to record DI, and we decided to have Dustin reamp the tones that we needed, largely the cleans and the distortions. The reason for that was so we can spend all the time in his room just laying out the tracks. No need to worry about a loud amp or anything like that. But when the first few mixes we got, the cleans, we noticed it was so weird that there was a feel difference that was there. So I ended up re-recording the intro and the verse clean-wise, just live. The dirties, with reamping, you could just let it on a loop and change all the sounds you want.
I don't know, we can do the choruses first, we can start beginning to end. Recording vocals for this song was really hard because the amount of high notes that were in it. The verses and the backup vocals came fairly easy, but the chorus was a bit more challenging just because hitting that and making it sound good was a bit of a struggle. I actually brought my vocal teacher, Yari Melkord, to help coach me throughout the process.
What do you think? Pre-chorus has got to be a little bigger than that.
A sick obsession, and then you want to get bigger again because that's how you're singing that chorus, right? Here's one other trick. I want you to speak through the vowel of sick, so it's sick obsession.
Right, okay.
A sick obsession, consequences follow me.
Much better.
It made all the difference. He was able to make sure I, kept my jaw dropped, kept my voice relaxed. If he wasn't there, I would have found myself getting kind of dried out, getting a little frustrated and not really knowing what was wrong. And sometimes he would just tell me, hey, that was a good take. And I'd say, perfect. The funny thing was we ended up recording vocals 3 weeks after we recorded the rest of the instruments just because of a scheduling conflict.
Believe it or not, that's actually going throughout the whole chorus.
But what was really good about that 3-week break was that it allowed me to really finesse every little synth part that I had envisioned. Because we chose to have the guitar parts more of a background element this time, it was very important that we have the synthesizer parts really hit home that classic feel I was going for. So I used a DX7. And almost every synth part of Never Alone is pretty much a classic preset or a sound that I created myself. Like the first sound in the verse. Or these stabs in the chorus. Even the main lead has about 4 synth layers, 2 of them which are DX7. The other 2 are just some sounds from Pat's keyboard or just guitar. At the end of the bridge we're going dun 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 dun, there's this sound underneath. Like accenting the guitar, it sounds like nasty. It's like you don't even know what it is. So I personally didn't mind the time, and it kind of sounds like Pat didn't either.
So it was a big delay, but it allowed me to listen to the song over and over and over and make sure that my vocals fit well over it or how I could better sing it. I'd been looking forward to this day for months, so I was really glad it went well. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. Make sure you come back next Friday where we'll talk all about the Never Alone music video, behind the scenes, and how we made the magic on camera. Smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we'll see you then.